Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome to today's exclusive podcast on building the intelligent enterprise through APIs, AI, and India's digital future. I'm your host, Khushi Mudgal, and I'm absolutely delighted to have you with us. It is my honor to welcome our distinguished guest for today's session, Mr. Rakesh Dosi, Chief Business and Product Officer at Protean Ego Technologies. Mr. Rakesh, it's such a pleasure to have you here with us today.
Thank you, Kashif. Thanks for the invitation. It is a delight to be part of this conversation.
So, before we move ahead, let me take a small moment to introduce him. He is a distinguished leader at the intersection of digital transformation, financial services, and enterprise technology. With over 2.5 decades of experience across India's tech landscape, he has consistently championed innovation and customer centric growth. As the Chief Business and Product Innovation Officer at Protean Ego Technologies Limited, he leads the company's domestic business portfolio and spearheads its expansion into new sectors, leveraging next-gen technologies and platform-driven models to strengthen India's digital public infrastructure. His leadership is defined by his ability to translate strategic foresight into actionable business outcomes. It's such a pleasure having you, Mr. Rakesh, here with us.
Thank you, Kashif. Thanks for a wonderful introduction. It is my pleasure to be here with you and going through this discussion.
Definitely. Ahead, where do you see the next evolution of the API economy in India? And how do you think AI can naturally complement this ecosystem in areas like automation, intelligence, and decision making without disrupting the core infrastructure?
Okay, so let's look at what API I've been talking about. So APIs are connecting systems.
Yeah.
Who's connecting the decisions? Possibly AI can do that with human in loop. So while there's a temptation of whatever that we've been hearing about AI, that it may replace digital infrastructure, but I see it very differently. Given that we've been building the country's DPIs, the foundational layers, on which, for example, in the ID and the data stack, we've done phenomenal work. Now, if you think DPI is an expressway, for us, we have created an expressway, the physical infrastructure that makes movement possible.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the infrastructure layer. Then you have APIs. You consider APIs as, let's consider them as vehicles, standardized carriers that will move data across that expressway, or a logistics goods, etc. You can take that as an analogy. And then you have the Google Maps, the geo fencing. That, what is that? That's a navigation system. So think of AI as a navigation system in this example. So does it replace the road, or does it replace the car? No, it doesn't. The expressway exists, the road exists, the vehicle will run on top of it. The rules of the road will still apply, but with AI as a navigation, you will reach your destination in a more efficient and a better way. So APIs are all about connectivity, which is, can system X talk to system Y? That's one question. And then you can explain it to X to A to B to Z, all in all. And APIs are therefore about orchestration. So how do we have multiple systems combined to create a seamless experience? So therefore, what is the question? Is it about workflows or just connections? So APIs very soon is going to be about intelligence. AI layers sitting on top of API ecosystems, dynamically routing, predicting, personalizing, deciding on some behalf, throwing some matrices, showing some scores as to what can happen next, when, by whom, etc. All of those things could be the evolution. So therefore, from a thought perspective or leadership thought perspective, the risk is not that AI will disrupt API ecosystem. The risk will be, how do we deploy AI on top of the infrastructure? Is the infrastructure good, bad? How do we create intelligent systems that are not only fast, but also accountable? How is the governance, consent, explainability, data provenance? All of these things have a strong play with the DPIs and the API standard enforcement. So that's what is scalable and critical from an AI perspective also. So you see a lot of innovations is happening in this space. You would have heard about Agentic AI. So AI systems that are autonomously making API calls. Okay, we talked about how many APIs is the organization, the enterprise, or whoever is using. From there, we are trying to take a leap to say agentic AIs will autonomously make API call on behalf of users, which could be people like me for applying loans, filing taxes, insurance claims, and of course with a human oversight, more as a safeguard and not as an afterthought. And then this AI-powered engines running over API gateway layers can also help in doing fraud preventions. There will be machine learning models that can detect autonomous API call patterns. They can stop orchestrated fraud efforts. But then on the other side, also you'll have to see that there's a AI sitting on the other side as well. So therefore, how does that balance? And then you have the regulations and the laws changing. DPI Act coming very soon. So synthetic data APIs, AI-generated privacy safe data, which will allow enterprises while to build and test their hypothesis and ensuring that a better customer information is there, but at the same point in time, it's also exposing some elements. So therefore, how the consent management framework gets embedded into it.
Yeah.
So this is and some of the countries have done some fair amount of work towards building some pieces of it, not all of them. You have the Sentinel system, which uses API connected health databases to monitor drug safety, and this is probably for nearly 100, 200 million plus patient records, and this is going to happen in near real time, which is what the leverage of the entire this infrastructure, the DPI, API, and AI coming together to give a kind of a governance which is proactive, which is well thought through. And there's also some things happening in Singapore, something happening in the European Union in terms of the AI Act. So therefore, I mean, while we are all grappling with this phenomenal technology which can bring evidence, but AI without trusted infrastructure is intelligence without accountability. And that would be dangerous to deploy at population scale. And of course, we in India, it's an extraordinary opportunity to show to the world how to do AI right. May not be the fastest, may not be the flashiest, but the most trustworthy. And we actually created this DPI layers that we have created, which is now getting exported. You look at Agri Stack that we have created, we exported it to Ethiopia. So we're creating this guardrails and DPI methodologies, which is now getting exported. We have created compostable API structures, building API management layers on top of it, both secure, zero touch